Okay, I'm not on full screen. Is there anybody else on full screen?
No, I didn't choose that.
Okay, let me see. Views, speaker, gallery, immersive, full screen. Ah, there you are. Now you're full screen. Excellent.
Should change this
I
so
did
it's
do
both
that.
of us.
Okay, now Denise said that she may not be joining us because she had to go to a funeral.
Right.
And so
Yep.
she's coming in late. Sarah should be joining us. But it's time to start, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to call us to order. It is 3:05, and we are here in attendance. There's me and John and Charlotte. And I saw your question about where you send in your resignation, Charlotte, and I don't think there is a place to send it to. I think you just can't send it. I think
Nice try, Philippa. I think it's the selectman.
I don't think so. I think with the election coming up, the selectman's office is closed for all resignations right now. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, sorry. I wanted to come home, so I raced home.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're home safely. We're just talking about the fact that Charlotte, unfortunately, wants to resign.
Okay.
She is quitting, but John has volunteered to take over the treasurer's huge responsibilities, which is great.
He'll do a better job.
No, but I was
He's pretty
telling
much
Charlotte,
been doing it anyway.
I don't think she can resign at the moment because I think the first selectman's office for resignations is closed until after the elections. Ha ha. Okay, so we are opened. We are thinking of the minutes. Do we have a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting?
No,
Second.
second.
Okay. Any questions? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's accepted. Treasurer's report. We have that right here.
Yep. We don't
I
have much money left.
I'm sorry?
I said, we don't have much money left.
We don't, and I have an invoice here from Bartlett for $325.
Is that a third invoice?
It was in our mailbox. I picked it up yesterday morning. This is invoice date September the 15th, 2023. For $325.
I just authorized two. One was for 500 and something, and the other one was for 300 and something. I'll have to check with Diane. Unless,
Well, if you have it in your hand, Philippa, and did not give it to Diane marked to pay, that isn't in the.
Okay, there is a note on it saying authorized 10/11/2023, Charlotte Davis.
yeah,
So you must have paid it, right?
yeah.
Okay, great. So it's just. I
The
guess,
only odd thing I just noticed right before we started the Zoom meeting is the bill from the town is not on here,
good.
which I did authorize it.
My feeling is we shouldn't be paying that bill. I mean, that should be the town's investment in this wonderful arboretum.
I would certainly have thought so too.
Yeah. So unless they resubmit it, let's assume that they have taken responsibility for it,
Okay.
which would be very nice. I think that anything else that comes from Bartlett should be paid out of our Friends Fund because it's all to do with the trees.
Well, I think at this point, as soon as we hit or get close to zero, everything is going to have to be paid out of the Friends account. And I thought we could transfer money from the Friends account to the budget, account, but we can't. We just have to authorize Diane to start paying bills out of the Friends account.
I saw that, but you know what? That Friends account is just for tree care, not for lawn mowing.
Well,
You know,
so we'll declare bankruptcy.
Well, I mean, I can go to Jay and say, hey, you know, we've used up the budget you gave us.
Yeah.
And we have money in the Friends account, which is specifically for tree care. Do we let the grass grow, or will the town give us some more money from some other account? What do you
Or some of the Bartlett bills we have already were for tree care, so those could have been paid out of the Friends account.
Right, but they weren't,
Nope,
No,
because at the time, we didn't need to.
right.
But I guess that's something to think about.
Well, and I don't know how the registration for this weekend is going, but we'll have to write a $500 check for that too, won't we?
Well, let me tell you about the registration for this weekend.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
have 3 people registered for this weekend,
Mhm.
1 adult and 2 students from the
Oof.
same family. So that would have been an income of $110.
yeah.
I talked with Barbara this morning. The weather is supposed to be crummy on
Oh, dear.
Saturday. And once again, it's going to be a rainy Saturday.
Hmm.
She felt very strongly that we should cancel this Art in the Arboretum this weekend and should reschedule it for the spring. A warm day later in the spring when everything's in blossom, she will come back from
Oh,
Old Lyme where she's moving to
Mhm.
and will run a spring Art in the Arboretum workshop.
that sounds like a really good idea.
So I said, well, I will run it by my committee before I do that. I have the email addresses of as I said, there was 1 adult and 2 kids, and my son is coming in this weekend. And so I told him I was going to sign him up. And he was excited about it, but it's going to be, even if it doesn't rain, it's going to be cold at 9 in the morning on
Very,
Saturday morning. It's going to be miserable.
yeah.
So I liked Barbara's idea and the fact that she said, I'll be happy to come back on a
That's
good day
great.
in spring and do a spring workshop when there's lots of color in the Arboretum. Does that make
Mhm.
sense to everybody?
Yes.
does to me.
Charlotte? Yes, John? Sarah?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I will do. I will let the 3 people know who have registered and paid that we're canceling it, and have the town hall know that they need to refund them their amount, and that we will let them know it's going to be rescheduled in the spring, and we hope they'll come back and re-register again in the spring. Okay,
Very good.
but thank you, Sarah, in particular, for getting everything out there,
Yeah,
as far as
all the
news
work you
goes
did.
and all the stuff, and
No worries. Easy change.
yeah, that's what I think.
Mm.
I'm still offering a Last Green Valley walk on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. I have one this Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and I have one person who is coming in from an hour's drive away and wants to know ahead of time if it's happening. As far as I know, the weather is fine on Wednesday. It's just foggy. So that should happen. Saturday just may not happen. And I have not heard from anybody about the Saturday walk. So
Is-
that probably won't happen because if
For the Last Green Valley, are people supposed to register in advance or may
Yeah.
people just show up?
they can do both. They can register and show up. So if it's wet on Saturday, I will put up a sign saying walk cancelled for those who just show up. Can drive on somewhere else and have breakfast. But Wednesday one, I think is a happening because I looked at the weather and it just said it was going to be cloudy, which is what it's like today. And that's a perfectly good day for a walk. So that covers the walks on the agenda. We have 2 work days, right, Sarah? October the 25th and October the 26th.
Yep.
And I can be there for both of those 2 days. And
Great.
you will be there with your students too?
Yep. The only thing is on that Thursday, if I have to go to the open house at the academy, I just have to leave a little bit early.
No problem. But there's weeding, there's raking, there's all the usual good stuff to do. So we will take care of it.
Can't be there on the Wednesday, the 25th, but I think I can on the 26th.
That would be great, John, if you can.
Look at my calendar real quick. Yep, I can do that.
That would be lovely. Thank you. It's always nice to break the kids up into smaller groups and then have one adult with that group of kids sort of supervising what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now we still have that albizia tree that drowned and I gave mouth-to-mouth respiration to and it is looking gorgeous right now. It is such a happy tree, but it
Wow.
needs to be planted for the winter somewhere. So maybe on that Thursday, John, you and I can look for what we think would be a good place and plant it.
Hmm.
And have the kids, dig a
What kind of
hole.
an environment does it need? Does it need sunshine, or is it an understory tree or a regular?
It likes sunshine. It doesn't have to have full sun. It does like sunshine. It does not like to be in a drainage ditch.
Yeah, wet feet, yeah.
So we have to plant it somewhere. It doesn't grow huge.
Mhm.
It's one of the smaller trees. It kind of spreads out more than grows up high. But we just need to make sure it doesn't drown, poor little thing.
Yep.
But it's looking terrific right now. It's all green and leafy, and it just looks lovely. I
One
always
of our
think-
cats is complaining that we're not paying any attention to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Still complaining, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
That's enough attention for a cat. Okay. So the work is normally just the autumn work. Any pruning that's needed, any raking that's needed, we need to do all of that. I noticed that the mower was there yesterday, so the grass should be cut. Even though we're not going to be doing probably much on Saturday, but maybe we will, who knows. Other thoughts? Any other thoughts, Sarah? Do you want to talk about the wedding, Sarah, so everybody knows how it went?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it ended up being up top, not at the bottom, just because it was so wet down there because it rained on Friday. But it was really nice. It was underneath the big tree. The pumpkins and Mom is still there. Someday I'll remember to grab it. It was good. It was short, which was even better.
Yeah.
Okay, we have somebody called Aaliyah called from Massachusetts wanting to take pre-wedding photographs in the Arboretum, and she was wanting to know who she should check with. I called her this morning and I said, be our guests. You may take your wedding photographs anywhere, but you probably should wear gumboots because it's squishy. So just be careful about that. The people who signed up for the Art in the Arboretum, I don't know if you know them, somebody was called Deborah LeBlanc. Let's ring a bell. Aurora Moore and Bailey Nordman. I wondered if that
Oh, I know Bailey. Bailey's
Bailey, the student,
junior.
special ed student.
Bailey's a student at the academy.
Right. So she lives with Aurora
They
Moore.
they live with Aurora, not
Right.
she.
They live. So that those are the two students who signed up. So those are the two I will email after this meeting and let them know that they will not be coming.
Okay.
Okay. And if you happen to see them, maybe you can just have a word with them.
Mm-hmm.
Great, thank you. Any other business? This is a very quick, short meeting. I've taken some minutes that I will get to Denise. Charlotte, I wish you weren't leaving us.
Well, time for changes.
For you, we don't want to have any changes.
Well,
But thank you for leaving us, John, and not dragging him away with you.
oh no.
And John, are you happy to be the treasurer?
Yeah, that just makes the fifth organization. I'm I don't know, 5 may be too many, but that's fine.
You sure? Thank
Yep,
you.
yep.
If you know anybody who would want to take the job over,
I'll have to think about the woman. I don't know where is it treasurer-elect of the garden club may live in Woodstock. And she might have an interest. I don't know, but she works full-time, so I'm not sure that she wants to take anything else on.
right? No, I can understand that. But I mean, I appreciate you doing it, but I also recognize that if you're treasurer of 4 other institutions, treasurer is a burden. So, I thank you very much for doing this. When your
This is
wife
easy.
bails on you, I mean, I think that's just terrible. Okay, Any other thoughts? Sarah, any thoughts?
None.
I'll have gloves for your students. Try to make sure they wear waterproof shoes, not
Mhm.
flip-flops.
Mhm,
You too.
mhm.
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 Those nice Christmas boots that your parents gave you.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Otherwise, I don't have anything else to say.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Thank you all very much. Enjoy the
Okay.
rest of the afternoon.
Bye.
We're
Bye-bye.
adjourned. Bye.
We're adjourned.